feel so good, have air conditioning. They're waiting to get back on a flight to Texas. And one of them is Gloria Hoagland of Plano. And Gloria is up early for us on the phone with New Orleans, where she was just on the ship a few hours ago. And Gloria, good morning.
Good morning to you as well.
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm good. You know, I'm enjoying the luxuries of electricity and a running toilet.
Exactly. So what time finally did you get off this ship?
A little bit past 12:30.
Wow. It was a rough ordeal, Gloria. You know, my wife and I were on that ship back in October. It's a pretty nice ship under normal circumstances, but we heard it described as like being trapped in a porta potty in the story we just ran. Tell us a little bit about those conditions down below deck and what it was like, you know, to try to bear what was going on.
Yeah, I think that's exactly accurate. I mean, the sewage smell was definitely the biggest issue. I think sewage and the non-working toilets. When the fire broke out at Sunday morning about 5, electricity went out, AC went out then, and I don't think anybody believed at that point we'd be drifting around in the sea for 4 days, but that kind of happened, and you just sort of get accustomed to being in the dark and no AC, and it was funny when I pulled into the hotel here in New Orleans, I went to use the restroom, and I didn't even turn the light on, not even thinking, because I had been not doing that for so long, and took a shower and beginning to dry my hair in the dark, and then realized that there was a switch that I could turn the electricity on.
So, Gloria, you were so kind to send us several pictures of some of the stuff happening on this ship. One of the pictures that you sent us, we see some smoke coming out of the ship. What's going on here? Tell us about this.
That was the engine below the tail of that. That was about 5:30 in the morning. The fire broke out just briefly before that. We heard some weird announcements coming over our PA system we had never heard before, about 5 a.m. sleeping, and those announcements woke us up. And we poked our head out the hall door, and when I looked to the right, there was a closet next to me in the hall that was black smoke was pouring out of that. So I just ran back in and told my mom we needed to get to the top deck as soon as possible, not knowing the issue. When we got up there after probably, 5 minutes, we could definitely tell there was an issue with the tail.
Wow.
And then that's when we started taking pictures, just not knowing that would lead to a 4-day adventure and a whole bunch of other things.
Yeah, hey, Gloria, you also sent us some video of the rescue helicopter dropping off food and supplies. This must have been unsettling for you guys to see. What was your train of thought when you saw this going on?
You know, actually, I think it was a sigh of relief. That came late Wednesday, and we'd already been out there so long. I think the most terrifying part was Sunday during the day when, it happened. Electricity went out, AC went out. The only thing you can see is water, and, no help came for about 36 hours. We were out there before the first tugboat showed up. Coast Guard came about after 16 hours, but in that 36 hours with no tugboat, we actually drifted about 90 miles is what we've heard. And what's interesting about that is there's only water around, so we had no concept that we had even moved at all.
Yeah. So once you all finally got back into Mobile, Gloria, I know you're on the ship, it's you and your mom. You two then met face-to-face with the CEO of Carnival, Jerry Cahill, as soon as you got off the ship. What was that conversation like? What did he say?
It was great. I thought he was very personal. We met him actually on the ship. He made an announcement walking around. I saw some guys that didn't look like us. They had on clean clothes, and I said, "Is he in there somewhere?" And they said, "Yes, he is." And we went over and introduced ourselves. And I thanked him for making a presence on the ship and a presence in Mobile because I think that was the right thing to do. And told him that I thought his staff did the best they could under the circumstances. And I actually told him I thanked him for the complimentary robes that he gave everybody on the ship. And I really appreciated him being there. I think a lot of people needed to see that, Carnival is trying to make the best of the situation.
Wow. Definitely an unforgettable voyage. Gloria, thanks so much for sharing that experience with you. We're glad you're back safe and sound.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
All right. And horror.